So the question is really, should I go ahead and buy used equipment to get a second crew started, or should I just add the third person in the same truck with me for like the first 2 or 3 weeks through spring rush to try to get them trained up and get them running, and then branch off and add them to the second crew?
Great question. This really comes down to where you're at in terms of a capital and liquidity on hand. So like, do you have enough cash to be able to buy the truck and still be able to sustain the business and market services throughout spring rush?
I already have a second truck and trailer. The only thing that I'm needing is used mowers or new mowers. So liquidity is kind of low right now.
Yeah, so like I would give you the green light on this for one reason. It sounds like you have 80% of the assets required to start a second crew. And by having the second crew, you basically are going to almost double your revenue capacity. So if you're able to do, say, $15,000 or $20,000 a month with the one truck and the one crew, you could probably $35,000 to $40,000 a month at full capacity running the two trucks. It sounds like you have the truck, you have the trailer, you just need the equipment. There's a high likelihood that getting the mower, even if it's at 0% down and you finance it, is a good move, because honestly, you're probably going to spend $200 to $300 per month for that equipment if you have to finance it. And then that way you keep cash on hand to be able to market throughout the spring rush and fill the truck as fast as possible. And so really my answer comes down to your confidence in your ability to be able to fill the truck with leads. And it sounds to me like the way you got started last year, you're probably going to be able to do that pretty quickly. And so what I don't want to happen, and the reason I give you the green light on even financing, is I don't want you to max out the first truck and all of a sudden that truck goes down for just 1 or 2 weeks in the middle of spring rush. And now your business basically grinds to a halt. And you have 3 employees, which likely means you have like 100 plus customers, and you can't afford to have the truck go down. And so you already have the truck, you already have the trailer, you already actually have all the assets mostly required to get the crew started. I just go ahead and either finance the mowers, or if you can afford it, pay with cash. And then the only reason I say finance is because I need to make sure you have enough capital to actually go advertise and fill the truck up. Does that make sense?
It does. How much capital do you think I should set aside for marketing to do 350 or so?
How many recurring customers do you have now?
So currently I'm doing 40 lawns. That was solo, but now I added a person.
So you'll probably need at least 120 to 150 if you keep the same service mix in order to be able to hit that goal. So in terms of the 300,000 for the year. And so, I just come up with that math based upon 150 customers, average of $2,000 per, customer per year. And assuming that some do mowing, some do some projects, cleanups, mulch, etc. And so in order to get there, you can just run the math of, okay, well, if I have 40 now and I need at least 100 more, and let's just say I'm going to spend, to be conservative, $100 in customer acquisition costs. That would mean you need to spend $10,000 in marketing. And so if I was you, I would work that math backwards. So I'd say, okay, I need to have at least $10,000 to quote unquote burn, and anything besides that, I'm willing to spend on equipment, trucks, etc. But I'd also be making sure you have enough working capital, because you're going to be getting all these employees, etc. So I like to see at least 1 month of revenue in the business. Right now, that's only probably around 10 to 15,000. So I'd be looking at, like, say, $15,000 a month as working capital, plus keep dry capital, $10,000 for marketing. Anything above that, I'd say, hey, you can go ahead and spend it. But if you start dipping into that number, that's why I say potentially use the financing on the equipment if needs be.
Okay, sounds great. So basically, I need to hold about 10 to 15K as capital, and the rest decide if I want to finance or buy used equipment.
Correct. Exactly. I would personally hold $10,000 set aside for marketing to be able to scale the way that you're thinking, and then have at least another $15,000 in working capital. So really my perfect answer is, like, I'd be looking to try to keep at least $25,000 in the bank. If you have to tap way into that, like 10 or 15 grand into that for this equipment, then I'd go finance it.